We all say like a lot.
Do I?
We all do. We need to stop saying like.
I thought I didn't say that. I thought I said oh.
I didn't. Oh, I haven't really paid much attention to you, but me and Cole for sure say like a lot. We need to stop. Like, make it conscious to say said and to say said and not like.
I'll be like, listen.
You just said it.
Okay, listen. This is what I'm gonna be about. About the streets, nothing else. I can say whatever I want.
Every time you say it and I hear it, I'm gonna say it too.
Like
in the middle of a sentence, you go, and like this happened, I'm like,
It's not like I'm sitting.
yeah.
I can say whatever I want. That's how I talk, okay?
Hi, I'm James.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Jebediah.
And this is the Arsenal discussion. Okay.
I wasn't ready.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
Shit.
Alright, episode 5 of the Arsenal discussion, and we have 6 topics we're going to try to revolve around. But first thing, okay, so, like you just said, that water, like, it's the same.
It's ice.
Yes, it's like, so, if it melts, it's never going to overflow.
Yeah.
No.
Caitlin.
No.
Caitlin.
It's the same amount of mass.
It's the same volume.
Yeah, there you go. I was wrong about mass.
That's true.
Yes.
You're not accounting for something.
What?
Okay, either way,
So
if you fill it all the way to the top with ice and the ice melts, it'll never overflow.
It's going to stay at the same height, or it may go down in height.
Yeah, it will actually go down because ice is less dense. Either way, so I was me and Caitlin when she was over here, I had like a glass of water, and I was like, I don't remember there being this much water in there, and she was like, oh, it's because the ice melted. I'm like, no, that doesn't make more water.
It's the same amount of water.
It's the same. It will never rise. And she's like, yeah, it will. I'm like, Caitlin, if you fill it all the way to the top and there's ice in it, and the ice melts, it will never overflow. And she's like, yes, it will, because the ice is melting. We had to have this conversation like with her mom.
Can you demonstrate this with her?
Yeah, I tried. I mean, she gets it now.
Wait.
Okay.
Is the water that was already originally in there still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then it's adding on to more water.
No.
So then it should be more.
No.
Because the ice is melting and releasing water. So as the ice goes away,
say you put like this much water in there and you put all ice. That water is still there. So then this all melts and then it adds to the already more water.
No, because the ice is disappearing.
Yes. So all the ice,
but it's just converting into water. So it's just more water.
But the volume of the ice is decreasing. So while the water is it counterbalances itself. Okay, tonight before you go to bed,
we can do this right after.
Go to bed in 5 minutes, Ethan.
Half ice, half water, and look in the morning, and it will not have overflowed. James somehow drops his phone in the pool, and he hasn't even told us yet how he did this. Kind of, but you didn't tell me. You're like, oh, we'll just talk about it on the podcast. So,
you didn't spare me that.
Okay, so basically, phone here.
What pool were you at though? Because you hardly even know where to swim.
Your friends are in this room.
Yes, we can. You can name names.
We're not gonna name names on here because I'm tired of bleeping.
From that episode, it's going to bite you back in the ass.
Yeah.
I won't tell you when you want to know.
I'll tell you all afterwards.
Okay, so person's house.
Okay, yeah. No.
Cool. Now I have to do it anyway.
Shut up. Okay.
Is it Carlito?
Yes. So, phone here. Listening to music on it because I like music. I have a lot of music on my phone. Happened to accidentally hit the phone while it's on the edge of the pool, and so it kind of goes bloop 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 all the way down to the very bottom. That's the moment I had a heart attack, a stroke, and a seizure all in one. It was just not a good moment. Went down, grabbed the phone, came back up. Phone vibrated, said I had a message. I was like, cool, phone works. So I sent a reply to that text. Then I'm like, all right, it's my lucky day. Phone ain't dead. So I put the phone down. Later on, we get out, go inside, notice my phone's on low battery, so like 5% or 10% around there. So I'm like, oh, hey, let's hook it up. Hook up the phone. walk away for a few seconds, and a few seconds later, I hear zzz, 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 and I was like, oh no. Turn around, go back to the phone, hit the menu button, which when you hit that, it turns it on. Doesn't turn on. I was like, no bueno. So I hit the power button. Doesn't do a thing. Still no bueno. So I look up what happens when your phone gets wet and how to force shut it down. Did it, and it finally shuts down. But now, it just won't stay on anymore. I plug it in, try turning it on, still no bueno, not working at all. And then I was like, I'm just gonna have to live with a dead phone. So I put it aside later on that day, come back to it, try turning it back on again, plug it up. Still won't work. It kind of turns on, boots up, goes says Samsung, and it just shuts off again. And so, yeah. And so, gone forever. Then the next morning, go back to it, plug it up, turn it back on, starts charging. I was like, hey, bueno. By the time I get out of the shower and get ready for school, unplug it, turn it on, it works again. Get all my messages back. Been able to send messages, and it still works till right now. Yep, and it's been 3 days.
Why didn't you put it in rice so the Asians would come and fix it for you?
I didn't think you were going to get to that point.
So back to the heart stroke and seizure.
Yes.
It is possible.
Yes, I know. I had one.
I just thought, okay, look, the heart
They're all different.
So the stroke is what happens when the brain lacks oxygen. So
yes.
Something stops the brain from getting oxygen. Heart attack disrupts your normal blood pattern. Your normal so the brain doesn't get any doesn't get any blood, which means it lacks oxygen.
Heart attack.
So
stroke.
So the heart attack causes the stroke. But listen, the stroke causes damage to the brain cells, which causes you can't move stuff, certain things. So then the epilepsy, I don't know how the hell that comes into play. But you wouldn't be able to move certain parts, so you'd be only like half seizuring.
Half seizing.
That's what I'm trying to say. Look, because say your arm is supposed to be flailing around, but you can't move your arm. So then
you can't move it, but your body can still flail around.
No, but there's the brain's dying out, so it can't send signals to it. So then you're just half seizing.
Still seizing.
That's all I can think of while you're telling the story. I'm not even
me and Cole work at the same place. We just work at a ballpark near where we live, and we do concession. Now, usually it's in a building, and there's 4 windows, and people work the windows. People work fry. We have food. There's a little storage unit in the middle, and it's not the best setup, but it works, and we can get food to people, snacks, drinks. Sucks. Yeah, it kind of sucks, but it worked. But then we got a rat problem. Rats just infested the whole place, and so they had to redo everything, re-sheetrock. I mean, so we've been just working outside under a tent, just selling snacks, no food. And it's usually you have to. It works fine with 2 people, and then it's 1 person in the back. But today they're trying to reopen on Monday. And so it was just me and Cole and 1 person in the back, but it takes 2 people to restock. So 1 person to drive the mule around and 1 person to unload and actually do the restocking. But if there's only 2 people, how is another person supposed to work the register?
You figure that problem, but I'm pretty sure we broke some child labor laws.
Yeah, they had some 80-year-old kid
and he was
working this register while me and Cole were restocking. You can't do that, can you?
But listen, the kid had been doing his job.
He was doing his job.
He was doing better than most of the people we work with.
That actually get paid to do
that. Actually get paid. And
he was on it, dude.
If he wasn't there, I would have probably forced it.
Yeah, his dad was like,
you need to work. And I was like, oh no. Whoa. And he acknowledged. He was like, we're probably breaking some child labor law. What is Texas?
Yeah, we were like, yeah, it's Texas.
I don't know, forced labor of a minor. What? So
I realized what he was doing.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you! Listen. That's not necessary. You know what? I'm gonna figure something out.
Okay, so anyways, Cole, you tell him about the boss lady today, the director in charge of us.
I don't know how to describe her. She thought she was more important than she really was.
She thought she was like in charge of everything. Like she was.
She was boss lady.
She wasn't boss lady. She was fill-in boss lady.
Like. Okay, listen.
Listen. Okay.
No, you can't say that.
I'm listening. I'm agreeing. You said listen. I said okay.
I lost my train of thought. Just in the same manner as that.
Okay, anyways, this lady thought she was like high priority. We gotta listen to her.
So our real boss.
Her rules apply more. Like
our real boss left because she was tired and I don't know.
She's been there all day.
She's been there all day. So she left, and before she left, she's like, "Hey, restock the fridge." Don't start it. No. She said, "Restock the fridge." So we went and go do it. This other lady comes in and is like, "What are you doing? Why are you wasting our time? Go outside." And I'm like, "Hey, like, my actual boss told me to do it." And she said,
she told us.
She told us. So she just told us to go back to work, and I was like, I can't do that. I gotta restock. And then that was the first problem.
And then so we have two different sets of mules. Like, shut up, James. We have two different sets of mules. One, there's a white one. There's two green ones. The white one is specifically for food, and we cannot put trash in that because we put food in it. You don't want to, and the trash is disgusting. It like leaks juices and it smells.
It's mostly
awful.
Gatorade.
But it's not. I don't see how it smells so bad. What is in there? If it's just drinks and
Gatorade.
Backwash.
Food. They put like other food items.
It smells like vomit.
Backwash. Yeah.
Like kids vomit in every single trash can. I don't. Either way, so only the white mule was out, and she was telling us to put trash in the white mule, and we told her we can't put trash in the white mule, and every other director here tells us we can only put trash in the green.
We did the trash, right?
Yeah, we did the trash.
So we're supposed to. We have ice chests where we keep. Shut the.
I'm agreeing.
Don't. You don't have to say anything.
I'm keeping it all.
Sit down.
Going on.
Sit there and look pretty, James.
That's all you have to do. That's it. Look pretty.
I'm not good at that.
Try.
So we have ice chests where we keep all our drinks, and I was told to drain them inside because we have those spots where we drain them, right?
Yeah, there's drains inside.
Yeah,
and it's just water on tile. On tile.
So we go
That's
in
how
there.
we drain them
That's
normally.
we go inside to drain. She apparently told me not to do that. Nah, I didn't hear it.
I told y'all not to drain these in
She
here.
kept saying, I told you not to drain them in here. So we bring one in
We
there.
drain them in there anyway.
We were draining them. We had set two up, and we were bringing the third one. The third one was all water.
And then Cole dropped it, or like he didn't drop it. He like set it down.
I set it down, and the lid was just flopping around, and all the water went.
So I was still holding. You set yours down, and I didn't know you were gonna set it down. So I
it
held mine
created
up.
this like this
And so
effect,
it all
and just
fell
all the water
down.
went out. And then she comes in here and immediately is like, "What the hell are you doing?" I told you to drain them outside, and I was like, "Well, first of all,
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't." And then second,
We always drain them
outside or inside.
Yeah.
And then she kept saying, I don't know what else she said. I blanked out after that. I was just.
We kind of stopped. She said.
I know.
She told us. She said, "I'm director today, so I make the rules." Like,
Oh yeah.
no, you don't.
She tried to talk. She tried to talk to me and him, and then like, I went from like I was looking at her for a few seconds. I went and looked away, and she's like, "No, look over here." And I was like, "Calm down. I can't do eye contact. I don't like it. It bothers me." And then she just, I don't know.
Okay, so this is Rubik's Cube. Cole says, and I understand, there's a logarithm. Algorithm.
I said logarithm more than once, but I meant
There's an algorithm that you can solve it no matter what, which he does nonstop. He's doing it right now. But he'll have that done in a couple minutes.
Less than that before you're done talking here.
Basically. But if there's a way to solve it no matter what, why isn't there a way to make it unsolvable no matter what?
Because you can't.
But
There's always a
why not?
way. There's all the algorithms that you go about solving these it's like it's a pattern, and it's the same pattern every single time, no matter what scramble, no matter how it's scrambled, because you force it into a certain pattern, and then once you've done the first set, everything else falls into place.
You know, there's a person out there who would have finished like
8 seconds.
97% faster.
Yeah, like, people can do it in like 8 seconds.
They're like, finished it.
I do it the long way. I don't do it the quick way. Because there's ways to solve it like all at the same time. I do it one step at a time. And there is something called a Googleplexia, right? That's
Yes.
called? Which is basically greater than infinity.
No,
But what I was yes,
Google Plexi shouldn't be bigger than infinity.
I think that's what it is.
No, it's Google. It's bigger than a Google, not an infinity. Infinity is infinite.
Okay, first of all, what's a Google? Is it 24 zeros? Google,
I don't know. Either way, there's a concept that and there's a name for greater than infinity. And so what I was saying is you can't have greater than infinity unless you're just expanding the same idea. Because even if you have like infinity times infinity, you have infinite numbers of infinity. It's still just infinity because infinity already implies an endless amount of numbers, an endless quantity. And so what was your argument for that?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Yes. Okay. So a Googleplex is bigger than a Google, but it's not bigger than infinity. My argument is, he says, yes, a lot of zeros.
What, 100 zeros?
Yes. So he says infinity is infinite, yes, but you can go beyond that, I think.
You can't.
You can.
Listen,
You can have
a
an
Google
infinite
is larger
amount-
than the number of elementary particles in the universe, which amount to only 10 to the 80th power. What that means is the number you're trying to talk about is literally more than the entire universe.
Yes.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah?
No!
That's infinity. But infinity just
Infinity
means
would be
an
like
endless
all-
amount.
Yes, but you can have an infinite amount of infinities.
But you can't have
But
an
that's
actual
already, that infinity already implies an infinite amount. An unending mass of quantities. So even if you have infinity to the infinity power, that's still already implied by the quantity infinity. That it's endless, that it can have beyond imaginable amounts.
Well, I'm not looking for personal training.
They're trying to tell you something cool.
Yes, but you can have. Yes, that means there's more to the infinite.
No.
Yes.
It keeps going. There's no
A
end.
number greater than any assignable quantity or countable number.
Infinity.
So infinity.
So there's nothing.
Infinity is bigger than any finite number.
Yes.
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 Yes, I'm agreeing.
Yes.
Yes.
But infinity can be bigger than infinity.
No.
It's already.
And there's videos on this where people try to prove that. So if you have like omega and then omega plus 1, but omega by its means already infers that there is there's more. So if you just plus 1 that's already inferred. Like it
Making a
doesn't.
set out of it.
Yeah, all you're doing is giving another name to an unlimited set. Is all you're doing. So, which I guess you can do, but that doesn't mean it's greater than the one before just because you gave it a name. Yeah, it's not.
But it does if you go about it if it's in a finite way.
If you go, but infinity is not finite. It's greater than any finite quantity. So if you put it into a finite order, it's greater than
Wait, you lost me here.
that. Exactly.
If you put infinity in a finite order.
You're
You're defeating the purpose.
Ooh, me?
Anybody that tries to do that, anybody that tries to explain how there can be greater than infinity
If you put infinity in a finite order.
in a finite quantity, if you try to make
Finite
infinity
quantity.
a finite quantity, you can't. It defeats the purpose because infinity is greater than any finite number or quantity.
You know, there's mathematicians who destroy all of our arguments.
Yeah, there probably is.
There's a channel, there's number file, I think.
I don't
They would probably
just
destroy us. That's why I'm not even saying. I'm not even
sit us
getting
down.
it.
Well, we already said at the beginning of this, we're probably we know we're wrong.
You were not going to be politically correct. No, you said you were. It's us.
I'm not trying to. That's not political. This is just me not trying to get wrong. I don't want to be wrong in this situation.
Why not?
We've already accepted that we're most likely wrong. We know we probably don't know what we're talking
Because
about.
all like 13 of you who are probably going to watch this.
But as far as we know, from our knowledge, we're arguing from our knowledge that we already have.
There's a mathematician out there who has studied this his entire career. And it's like, you
My
assholes are wrong.
Our calculus teacher could probably.
Well, one of us has to be right because
No,
we're
that's
both
not
supporting
true.
different
One
sides.
of us doesn't have to be right.
There could
There
be-
could be
there
a
could
third
be a-
option that we haven't even considered.
Yeah.
Like what? That's
I
what
can't-
we
don't
know.
You're the third option, Cole.
The idea of infinity is purely conceptual, which could mean that we can just add more concepts to it. So it could, but realistically, in the actual practical world, no. But because it's a
By
concept,
definition,
because it's such a conceptual idea, it's not something we can really actually concretely put out there. You
can't.
could maybe make the argument.
But then also you can't because it's only a concept.
Yeah. That's the problem with concepts.
Of
You can just drop all of them.
I mean, numbers are infinite. You can keep adding one more number. So it is a concept that works, that can be explained.
But we can't
it's not
get
a
to all the
concept.
numbers.
Yeah, but it's a concept.
We should start focusing on this one.
Yeah.
That's could you imagine how much worse I would have been if I had a girlfriend?
That's true.
You may have literally never seen me after school.
You say that. I would find you. I would bring you.
We would hunt you down. We would pay your girlfriend to ignore you for a couple hours just so you come here.
She would take the money
I had a
too.
girlfriend.
We know you did.
No.
You don't have to explain it to us or them.
No, this is before. I didn't want to go out with her, but it was the 7th grade, and I was like, oh my God.
She forced you.
She basically pressured me into it.
I never given the peer pressure.
I never
call.
gave consent.
Peer pressure.
Peer
Okay, it wasn't
pressure.
sexual. It was almost. She texted me every day, and I was like, fine. I was like, okay, whatever. So we dated for like a week over like the Thanksgiving break.
How'd that go for you?
So the way I broke up with her, one day I was just like, I know her. She can't go
You sent her a suicide note?
2 hours without talking.
Wait, who was
I'm
this?
not telling you. This is.
I want to know this.
She's actually been in a long term, like she's been in a relationship for like 2 years now. So I'm like, how you dealing with
Oh
that?
wait,
No, you don't know.
I maybe do know her. We'll talk about it after this.
Okay.
We'll talk
Anyways,
names later.
So the way I broke up with her, I was like, don't text her. For 3 hours, I didn't text her. In that time, she sent 52 messages saying, why aren't you answering me? Why aren't you answering me? Like, hey, what's wrong with you? And all this. And finally she's like, fine. Well, if you don't want to talk, I'm breaking up with you. I was like, yes. 3 hours is all it took. 3 hours. Do you understand why I wanted to break up with you to begin with?
So my phone could have died. I may have dropped it.
Oh, that's right. She tried to talk to me for like 2 months before. And in that time, one of the months, I was like, I can't anymore. My phone's broken. For a month. I told her, I was like, hey, I'm not going to have my phone for the next 3 weeks. She's like, oh, that sucks. And I was like, God. I was like, thank Jesus.
Why didn't you just tell her you didn't like her?
Because I'm not a mean guy.
That's not mean. That's telling her the truth.
I like the attention, James.
Yes. That's
I
what
was
it is.
like, let me just, my phone's broken. I'm not going to have it for 3 weeks. Don't talk to me.
Someone can't.
She still managed to text me 3 times in that time. I was like, hey, my phone's broken. Why are you texting me?
Wait, if you said that, maybe she found out that your phone wasn't broken.
Huh.
Because if you're like, hey, my phone's broken on this, and then in the middle of the week she sends you a message, and you're like, let's confront her about this.
I don't know.
Okay.
I never responded. Of course
Okay,
not. I'm not
okay.
crazy.
Okay.
Why would I respond and bring that storm to me? I'm not. No.
I remember I loved the black and blue Power Ranger, or it was like the black and gold Power Ranger.
Yeah.
And I had a big
Black and blue Power Ranger was always my favorite.
Yeah.
I used to watch it, so I don't know.
Okay, you know the Power Ranger that was black and white?
The white and gold.
Yeah, white and gold.
The white Power Ranger.
Yes.
Gold. The white gold line.
I'll tell you what I did now. Go ahead.
What do you know?
When I was in the car one day on the way to speech therapy, I had a Power Ranger toy. Don't know which
Door?
Toy.
Toy. Okay.
Doro?
You see why I was in speech
The
therapy.
Explorer.
The toy,
Mm-hmm.
I was in the back seat of this van. My mother was driving. I threw the toy at her. It's a normal thing kids do, right? Right? You don't throw toys at your mom?
Yeah, it's what every 9-year-old does.
I wasn't 9. So I threw it, hit her face. Naturally, instead of just putting it in the front seat and saying, no more toy, you know what she did?
She let God take the wheel.
She threw it back.
She threw it right back. She's like, no! And it hit my face. And gave me the biggest black eye of my life. On my way to speech therapy. So she had to sit there and explain to the therapist. She's like, listen, it wasn't what it looks like. And I'm sitting there crying. I'm like, oh my eyes. My eyes all like, it's just.
The doctor goes
The
like,
doctor's like, she brings me the. What happened?
she hit me.
She.
Do I need to call protective services?
Yes. Dude, I was that kind of kid too. I'd answer every time. I'd be like that. I didn't realize it at the time. I just say, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how damning that was to my mom. I was like, oh.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Like, yeah, go for it, dude. It's good.
I don't like her anyways.
That's the only time I've got a black eye.
From your mom.
I wouldn't be having to talk that much. They'd be like, talk for me.
What's the point of knowing it if you can't speak it?
I can speak it. I can speak English just fine. I was learning Spanish, Portuguese. Dabbled a little bit in the French. That French is hard. Everything's like.
Okay, podcast over. See y'all later.
Roll your eyes. Go ahead. Do it. It's not gonna work.
I mean,
It's not gonna work.
I know what I say that I say a lot of.
Give me
Do you though? You didn't know you rolled your eyes.
Yeah, that's the only thing I didn't know.
Every time you roll your eyes.
Okay.
Oh, there it was. That's right. We should have a camera pointed at his face.
Yeah, just everything.
Every time counter, like a close-up camera, and every time he rolls his eyes, we'll put it. we'll show that, like put a counter, just like every time we
Slow motion.
Oh no!
It's just ice.